Hi, I'm Larry the Butcher. And I'm mad at James Hinchcliffe. This is Better Know a Craft Beer. Indianapolis is my home away from home, or maybe it's my home in between home. I went to my third Indianapolis 500. It's the 5th time I've been in Indianapolis, and I feel like part of the woodwork there. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been watching the Indianapolis 500 since I was 5. Maybe it's because it's a big city. It's the 15th largest city in the US. I think it's in the top 20 in North America. And yet it still feels small town. Everyone's friendly to you. And okay, maybe, you know what, maybe I need to go look at Indianapolis on a non-500 weekend and just be part of the woodwork and go check out Lodge or something like that and see how it really is. But I feel like a genuine Hoosier when I'm in Indianapolis. And just see, that was a spectacular race. Kudos, congratulations to Takuma Sato. You know what, you've been around a long time, and I cannot believe, well no, I can believe, you are an incredibly skilled driver, and I can't believe that you haven't won it sooner. I would have loved it if you had won with AJ Foyt, but you know, congratulations to yourself and the Mario Andretti Autosports team, and you know what, I'm just so glad I was there for the occasion, and of course, Elio Castroneves really gave you pressure, even though he was like 40 horsepower under. That was an incredible feat unto itself. Why am I mad at James Hinchcliffe? James Hinchcliffe is from a town 20 minutes that way, a town called Oakville, Ontario. It's the largest town in Canada. I think it has over 200,000 people, so it's not really a town, it's just never been incorporated as a city, so the property taxes are lower. That's pretty smart. Here's why I'm mad at James. Flat 12 Beer Works, Hinchtown Hammerdown. James Hinchcliffe has his own beer. I've heard really good things about it. This is the first time I'm going to get to try it. As you see, all 6 beers are here. And that's a really cool way to hold it. You don't have anything like this in Canada. And this isn't available in Canada, and that's why I'm mad at him. It should be available in Canada. You're Canadian. You're more famous than Tom Green, for God's sakes. You're more famous than Tom Green now. So I'm going to get to try this beer finally. This is a 6-pack. As you can tell, it was $13 US. I brought it into Canada, so $13 US is about $17 Canadian. This is freaking expensive for a 6-pack. I just want you to know that. In Canada, possibly in the US as well. See if I can open this without causing a lot of damage. There, pops right off. You know what's really cool about that? And it doesn't have anything labeled on there. It's duct safe and turtle safe. If you buy 6-packs like this, always cut it up so that, you know, animals don't get caught in it, because they don't drink beer unless they're a dog named Hosehead. We'll learn a bit about the beer. What we always do here on Better Know Craft Beer. It's slow loading, limited spring release. All right, so can you see that? Hinchtown Hammerdown, limited spring release. Alcohol by volume, 4.8% on IBU of 27. Nuts, I'm in 720. At flat 12, this spring is all about racing. In tribute to James Hinchcliffe, one of the brightest racing talents out there, we collaborated with James and created a Hinchtown Hammerdown, a crisp and refreshing Pilsner-style beer, now lagered and cold stored. It's smooth, drinkable, and goes down fast. The perfect beer for a day at the track. Well, I did not have any at the Speedway. And what's really cool is maybe what I'll do is I'll put a picture of the Speedway here. Our campsite was outside of Turn 4, which was pretty freaking awesome. Had some awesome camp neighbors, a new buddy from Detroit, a brother from Ohio. Pleasure meeting all of you. I hope to see you all again. And like I said, Indianapolis is a family. What to say on here? At Flat 12, the month of May is all about racing, in tribute to one of the brightest racing collaborators. The ingenuity of the flat 12-cylinder engine revolutionized racing in the great state of Indiana. We foster that same spirit of ingenuity with every beer we create. Indianapolis, Indiana, flat12.me. Production date? April 26, 2017. That's pretty cool. Government warning, occurred in the Surgeon General, drinking this will cause you to die. Brewed and packaged by Flat 12 Beer Works, BIERWERKS. I like the logo. The logo's really cool. No social media, or is there? Well, you got the website. I guess that's a start. But, you know, you can do, like along here, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever other forms of social media come out. Or, if you can use the same handle, like I do at Larry T.H. Butcher, then just put that at flat 12. I've talked enough. Let's crack this bad boy open. It pours like water. It's white. Maybe I know why it's not available in Canada. You see that? Look, that looks like water. That is a very clear beer. Look at that. I can see my camera through this. Speaking of my camera, hats off to the wonderful people at Canon. This Canon Vixia I used at the Speedway. I have some footage from the race, which maybe I'll throw into this episode. It started raining shortly after the race. And I left my camera outside and it got soaked and I thought it was destroyed. I just poured a can of James Hinchcliffe's Hinchtown Hammerdown Pilsner. It's nice and clear. It smells kind of like a cross between OV and Labatt's Blue. James Hinchcliffe being Canadian, that kind of makes sense. 4.8% alcohol, 27 IBU, so it's not that high. Cheers, guys. James, this is for you. Next year for the 500, and Castro Neves can get it the year after. Cheers. It's pretty good for an American beer. So I envision like pork chops, like nice thick, 2-inch thick pork chops roasting on the barbecue and corn on the cob going and maybe bacon wrapped asparagus because you can never have enough pork products. And downing some of these. I do get that this would be very expensive to bring to Canada because it's an expensive 6-pack. But guys, this is pretty freaking awesome. I just show you guys one other thing. I've been watching the Indianapolis 500 and became an IndyCar fan starting from when I was like 5 years old. My father hated that I did that, but that's a different story. Advertising on Indy, I know auto racing is an advertising medium, and don't kid yourself that it's anything else. Sport's there, but if you don't have sponsors on the car and you're not rich, you're not racing. One ad in 42 years of watching car races has made me want to buy something. John Force in the Castrol GTX car, not included. About Fuzzy's Vodka. I don't know if I'll ever actually open this. This is the 101st commemorative bottle. I have heard very good things about Fuzzy's Vodka. I had bought this before I bought a bottle of Crystal Head Vodka. This was $25 in the US. I see it on eBay for $250 Canadian because it's not available in Canada. And I don't know, like, we went into the Kroger on Crawfordsville Road and there was a skid of this, so I don't know how limited edition that is. Understanding there's 400,000 people at the Indianapolis 500, so for what they had there, that might be limited, but I am very, very, I feel very privileged to have been able to buy this and bring it home. And this was in honor of Memorial Day is a military holiday. It's for all military servicemen that have paid the ultimate price while in service. Don't kid yourself if it's anything else. We're not used to that in Canada. We don't have a War of 1812 Day. Maybe we should. But there's the pagoda. Some looks possibly like F-16s flying overhead. On the back, every winner of the Indianapolis 500 up to 2016 and a serviceman saluting. I think it's pretty awesome what Fuzzy's does. He's got some, I've missed out on two, the 100th anniversary bottle and the 99th heated bottles. I think it's a really cool golf course bottle too, which someone actually suggested I should get, but I got this one instead. I'm really glad I got this. Don't know when it'll be open though. Maybe when Larry the Butcher becomes more than a YouTube channel, or I buy a house. We buy a house. So friends, there you have it.
Daddy?
Brendan!
Daddy, look at Alice!
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Better Know Craft Beer. This is a really good beer. If you're in the state of Indiana, or you have access, you have a friend that lives in the U.S. and they'll ship, I suggest you pick up a 6-pack. It's not cheap, but it's going to be worth it. Thank you once again for watching. I am always Larry the Butcher, here to serve and help and answer any questions. Don't forget to like this episode, comment down below. I'm going to have the last 5 with some friends. I should have bought more. Don't, please, if you like what I do here, please hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. It gives you lets you know when I post videos. Thank you so much, guys, and we'll of course talk about the Indianapolis 500 and auto racing in general if you want me to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you later. Bye.